All right, welcome to Chat UFC. We have a new segment, and we're going to be having a totally new schedule for putting out the bets. This is just a timing issue. So we're calling this segment the Early Bird Bets, and that's because I'm going to go a week in advance. I'm going to put these out every Thursday night, and that's just going to be my initial bets based on value because I want to get these to you as early as possible. What I started to notice is we'd have these lines out, and Sunday morning after the UFC fights, we see a massive movement on lines. And that's just because everyone's finished betting the current UFC event and now they're moving forward to the next week and they're getting all their action in. And sometimes we can lose value that way. So I just want to get these out to you early and so you can get in early. And there will be some where I recommend waiting. So let's jump right into it. We're going to go into UFC Vegas 105. And here is our spreadsheet with all of our data. So here is our UFC Vegas 105 early bets. And this card does not have the same amount of value as most of the other cards. So if you take a look here, this is kind of how the sausage is made. We start with our difference in projected probability and the implied probability of the betting line. So we have Gerald Mearshart here at a plus 230. We're giving him a 60% chance of winning, and we're going to break down each of these here. So we're giving him a 60% chance, and let's see why that is. If we take a look at Gerald Mearshart here, we have his Glico and his WHR in the 1700s. And for Brad Tavares, we have one in 1700, one in 16. So a little bit difference on the WHR. That's mainly, how long he's done it. Mearshart's done it at a high level for a long time. And so he's a little bit higher rated, but he's getting completely disrespected here. Now, is this a big jump up in ability for Brad Tavares? I don't think so. I don't think that's where his career's at. He is getting good training at Extreme Couture, but I still think that Gerald Mearshart is always a live dog, great submissions, can hold his own on the feet. And so at a plus 230, there's value there. We took 3 units at 6.3 winning units. So let me say one thing about this. This is the week. So we're starting a new segment and we are starting a new unit size. So we haven't gotten our results from Mexico City yet. But regardless, we're going to have a pretty massive quarter one in terms of unit profit, and we're rolling that over into our bankroll. So we're increasing our unit size by 50%. So for you guys at home, whoever had whatever your unit size was when you're making these bets, increase that by 50% if you want, because we're in this to make money and we have to capitalize if we have an edge. And we do seem to have an edge. We'll see. But I've seen enough data now through 11 events being up 78 units that we for sure have an edge. So we've increased it by 50%. So it's 3 units at the 50% increase on the unit size. So 3 units to win 6.3. That's a combined plus 210 because this line has gotten better for us. So you can get the best line at a plus 230 whenever you want. Next bet of the night. Dangerous Davy Grant. We got him at a plus 180. Sorry, we got him at a plus 190. We did 2 units to win 3.8. It's gone down to a plus 180. Not sure what the current line is right now exactly, but let's take a look. Davy Grant down to a plus 150 currently on the line. So value going away, but let's take a look, see how much value we currently have. We have him a 54% chance of winning. So even at a plus 150, getting that blackjack, bet it now. That line is coming down, which is not the best. I have 2 units on it at plus 190. I like that bet. And this is why we got to get in early, guys. So I'm going to keep doing this for sure. This just shows me even more. I wish I could have got this to you a few days ago. But unfortunately, I don't think enough people are going to care about an event 2 weeks out, but a week and a half, a week and a couple days, maybe. So this is going to come out on Thursday. All right, the last bet that we've placed so far, Chang Ho Lee, we got him at a minus 175, and we got Luis Gruel at a minus 240. in a parlay. It pays plus 123. Now I'm seeing Louis Gruel coming down. He's come down to minus 200. So even more value on that now. There was 4.4. Now there's 8.3. And that's against Ode Osborne. I do like this fight. I think there's a lot of grit in Gruel. Trains at elevation and is a solid parlay piece with Chang Ho Lee. So get that now. I got it at plus 123. Looks like I can get it even better right now. So highly recommend this parlay. Chang Ho Lee with Louis Gruel. I've put 2 units to win 2.45. I'm gonna bump that up right after this, just so you guys know, because we're getting that better number. So we're either gonna add 1 more unit or 2 more units, depending on what we see. But that is the bet, and that's something we're for sure gonna have action on. So all you parlay guys out there, here's one you can grab. All right, 2 honorable mentions that we're going to wait on because I only see lots of action coming in on the other side. Robert Valentine is facing off against Torres Finney, who is undefeated. He's currently at plus 185. I see that closing at plus 250 or more. I do think that just based on that line, based on the O in his loss column, Torres Finney is going to be potentially in every parlay that exists. And so we're going to wait and wait and wait. I think we're going to get a massive line on Valentine. But it does show value. I show this fight closer to 50-50, 45% for Valentine. And we're getting 9.9 percentage points of value. But that's going to get over 10. So we're going to wait. Diana Belbita, I do not want to bet her at all. But 31% chance of winning, 22.2%. Implied probability, there's value. If that gets to like a plus 500, obviously we take her. I don't necessarily have a lot of confidence in that. Honorable mention, Pat Sabatini, 5.2 percentage points of value. That used to be a pretty good number. It's not so much anymore. We're now dealing with over 10 usually. But I like Pat Sabatini in this spot. I like his wrestling against Brito. I think it's a step up for Brito. I think Pat Sabatini is being underrated here. Now, my metrics only give him a 38% chance of winning, and that is most likely because of Brito's very high advanced metrics. He has faced some very good competition here, but the numbers are saying what they're saying. So let's take a look at Brito here. 62% chance. Yeah, he's got over 100 points in the Glico 1, about 80, 70 for the WHR. So, yeah, that's about where that should be with those advanced metrics. But value on Patrick Sabatini. Reese McKee, not much value. Josh Emmett, not much value. Loma, I liked Loma, and I would definitely put her in a parlay. She will win this fight. High price tag, though, at a minus 550. This line opened up Vanessa Demopoulos, even money, slight underdog, actually, like real close, like a minus 107 compared to a minus 113. And this is shot up. My metrics showed her at a 58%. Should have pulled the trigger on that. Didn't. Now there's no value. But if that line comes down, which I don't think it will, we could grab Demopoulos, even money. But even then, I was only seeing about 5 percentage points of value. All right, recap for UFC Vegas 105, early bird bets. First bet, Gerald Mearshart, 3 units at a combined plus 210 to win 6.3 units. Current line's plus 230 if you want to grab that now. Next bet, Davey Grant, plus 190, 2 units to win 3.8 units. That line is now down to a plus 150, still showing value on Grant. We have him at a 58% chance of winning, and we're getting a plus 150 still. That has value. Last bet of the night, parlay, Chang Ho Lee and Louis Gruel at a plus 123, 2 units to win 2.45. Just added another unit at a plus 136. And so that has increased. We're now getting them at a plus 127, 3 units in total on the line. And that's all we have so far. Early bird bets. More might be added, but this card has less value than a lot of the other cards. And so I think we're just going to go heavy on these 3. We already have 3 units on 2 of them, 2 units on the other. That will increase. This is also our higher unit size, so we're going to ease into it. But these are solid value picks for UFC Vegas 105, and I will see you at the window.